I'm Isaac, and every day on this channel we go through everything Trump talked about on Truth Social over the last 24 hours. And so despite the fact that Donald Trump said that the war effort might be coming to an end soon and oil prices dropped, it's just in that oil prices rose above $85 after US intelligence detects Iran may be deploying mines in the Strait of Hormuz. And Trump responds to this news saying if Iran has put any mines in the Hormuz Strait, and we have no reports of them doing so, we want them removed immediately. If for any reason mines were placed and they were not removed forthwith, the military consequences to Iran will be at a level never seen before. If on the other hand they remove what may have been placed, it'll be a giant step in the right direction. Additionally, we are using the same technology and missile capabilities deployed against drug traffickers to permanently eliminate any boat or ship attempting to mine the Hormuz Strait. They will be dealt with quickly and violently. Beware, President DJT. And while he said there was no reported mines, he later today said, I am pleased to report that within the last few hours we have hit and completely destroyed 10 inactive mine-laying boats and or ships, with more to follow, President DJT. And today the White House reminds us of what we saw yesterday, which is that if Iran does anything that stops the flow of oil within the Strait of Hormuz, they will be hit by the United States of America 20 times harder than they have been hit thus far. And my favorite part from yesterday, Trump says, death, fire, and fury will rain upon them. But I hope and pray that it does not happen. This is a gift from the United States of America to China and all those nations that heavily use the Hormuz Strait. And Trump also reposts this. This is the 10-day-in update of the Iran war. It says Operation Epic Fury is delivering resounding success. Here are their objectives. 1. Destroy the Iranian regime's missiles. 2. Annihilate their navy. 3. Ensure terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the world. And 4, ensure Iran can never obtain a nuclear weapon. And the White House calls this American dominance. And Trump once again reminds us that 52% of US likely voters support Trump's decision to strike Iran from a poll from Just the News. And I wanted to give you guys a little update. It's just in that 150 US soldiers have been injured so far in the war with Iran, according to Reuters. And let's look at this video from the president in which he lays out the reasons why we went into Iran in the first place.
In recent years, the regime and its terror proxies have launched attacks on hundreds of commercial vessels. We're putting an end to all of this threat once and for all, and the result will be lower oil prices, oil and gas prices for American families. We've done that. We've done it. We brought it very low. This was just an excursion into something that had to be done. We're getting very close to finishing that.
And so we've been hearing a lot about Iran, but let's take a look real quick at domestic updates and see what's happening in the United States itself. We saw this before. It's the Memphis Safe Task Force, in which there's been 6,801 total arrests, 1,109 firearms that have been seized, 703 gang members arrested, 806 illegal immigrants removed, and 148 missing children recovered. And Trump shared these statistics again today, as well as these. These are just two of the many brutal criminals that they have captured in Memphis. Trump says it's making it 50% safer than it was just 2 months ago, with more to follow. And we saw Alex Rodriguez before, and Arsenio Davis, who was charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony, and he's a convicted felon in possession of a handgun. And here's a big energy update for you guys. Trump says America is returning to real energy dominance. Today, I am proud to announce that America First Refining is opening the very first new U.S. oil refinery in 50 years in Brownsville, Texas. This is a historic $3 billion deal, the biggest in U.S. history. A massive win for American workers, energy, and the great people of South Texas. Thank you to our partners in India and their largest privately held energy company, Reliance, for this tremendous investment. It is because of our American First agenda, streamlining permits and lowering taxes, that have attracted billions of dollars in deals coming back to our nation. A new refinery at the port of Brownsville will fuel U.S. markets, strengthen our national security, boost American energy production, deliver billions of dollars in economic impact, and it will be the cleanest refinery in the world. It will power global exports and bring thousands of long overdue jobs and growth to a region that deserves it. This is what American energy dominance looks like. America first. Always. And here's another domestic thing Trump is doing. He says he's working with the governor Gretchen Whitmer on trying to save the Great Lakes from rather violent and destructive Asian carp, which is rapidly taking over Lake Michigan and all of the beautiful surrounds. I'll be asking other governors to join into this fight, including those of Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, New York, and of course, the future governor of Canada, Mark Carney, who I know will be happy to contribute to this worthy cause. Separately, I am also working to save the Great Salt Lake in Utah, which in a short period of time, if nothing is done, will have no water. And this is on top of everything else I'm doing. Only Trump can do it. President DJT. And this is a video of those Asian carp. You can see them right there. Also, Trump shares a big story from just the news. Apparently, Trump was targeted by 4 FBI code-named counter-intel probes that ensnared hundreds of Americans. And today, Trump says we either fix the integrity of America's elections or we won't have a country left to fight for. He says, demand the Senate pass the Save America Act. You can go to saveamerica.gov to do so. This is a quote from Trump. It says, the only reason you vote against voter ID is because you want to cheat. There's no other reason. And to finish off this video, Donald Trump rebukes Kevin Massey. He says, the incredible people of Kentucky's 4th Congressional District who want desperately to get rid of Thomas Massey, the worst Republican, quote-unquote, congressman we've had in many years, gave us a mandate to make America great again. The person that will help us do the job and do it right is Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, 5th generation Kentucky farmer and American hero, Captain Ed Galliran, a true patriot. Today, Ed, who also happens to be Central Casting, officially filed to run for Congress. I have heard that there are other candidates exploring a run for this seat, but I'm asking all MAGA warriors to rally behind Captain Ed Galliran, the candidate who is far and away the best positioned to defeat third-rate Congressman Thomas Massey, a weak and pathetic rhino from the beautiful Commonwealth of Kentucky, a place I love and won big all 3 times. And he goes on, he says, Captain Ed Galliran has my complete and total endorsement against Congressman Thomas Massey. He only votes against the Republican Party, making life very easy for the radical left. Unlike lightweight Congressman Massey, a true hater of Israel and a total ineffective loser who has failed us so badly, Captain Ed Galliran is a winner who will not let Kentucky down. And that was everything Trump said over the last 24 hours. We saw yesterday Donald Trump say if Iran does anything to close the Strait of Hormuz, Donald Trump's gonna kill them 20 times harder than he did before. But we heard reports that they're putting bombs in the Strait of Hormuz. Trump says these reports, they're no good. But he also simultaneously said that they've destroyed 10 ships that could possibly put this stuff in there. We also saw that in Texas, the first new oil refinery is being opened in over 50 years. And that's everything I have for you guys. As always, if you want to support the channel, consider subscribing. I hope you guys had a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.